Welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. I am your host and your guide, Krisna Omejica, alchemist, elemental empress, shaman incarnate, and self-love guru. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have some beautiful herbs that I'm going to use to cleanse and to open up the space for us today. Hello and welcome. If any questions come to your mind, please let me know, and let's settle into our heart space so that we can open up ourselves for answers to any questions that might be living in that space. I have some beautiful gems here with me today. I'll be sharing them with you throughout. But to get us started, I wanted to share, we have my beautiful Mystical SHaman deck being charged with these beautiful gems that I charged on the full moon. We have this jasper here. I believe this is an ocean jasper, aquamarine, black obsidian. I'm adorned by that today here. My beautiful sis, Children of Venus. Check her out. She makes some amazing jewelry pieces. And a eugenite. And these gems are here charging, allowing the energies from the full moon to inform the message that will be brought to us. So of course, to begin, I would like to start off with a beautiful white sage harvested while hiking. It's important to note that the indigenous people of these lands really felt that white sage was to be shared, and so that it should never be commodified. So just think about that anytime you choose to share resources regarding black sage. Grows abundantly in Mother Earth. May this energy of this white sage be experienced, felt, cleansed, this time. Thank you, white sage, for your beautiful essence. Next, I have some other leaves. I'm not sure what they are, but from the same hike. They had a beautiful minty flavor, minty scent, rather. You may call in the elementals at this time. Always beginning in the place that feels most comfortable to us. Now I am offering some buckwheat, also harvested on the same hike. Thank you at Gino Martes for your beautiful gardening skills and knowledge that you provide. If you guys need someone to give you knowledge about that, he has so much. And the last is black sage. Oh, and I love the aroma of black sage. Really feels so activating the crown chakra. It's very satisfying to smell. And I give offerings and gratitude, calling in our higher selves and ancestors at this time. And as you join me, settle in. Settle into your body. Begin to notice your body and your lungs as it inhales and exhales with your breath. And in a moment, let us take a collective breath so that we may align our energies and allow you to receive this energy transmission with more ease and grace. And let us empty our bellies, tucking it in to our navel. Breathing in on 3, 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Hold. Breathe out the mouth. Hold. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathing normally. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, just a little bit more white sage to cleanse our cards, and I am excited to tap into our message for this week. How's everyone doing today? May we feel the spark within, the flame within. May it remind us let it feel us with love. So I have a beautiful crystal that I do want to share that's really meant to support and promote the abundance that we are harnessing and bringing towards it this time. Something that I have shared recently in some posts, and I'm going to be talking more about it in more future opportunities. I just crafted a delightful Body, Mind, Soul Abundance tea for a very dear friend of mine, Amaru. He is on social media as well, and he does these amazing jewelry pieces. I'll have to share the beautiful earrings that we energy exchanged for my teas. And so yes, you can find all that information on my little boutique that I've created, Lovely Me Boutique, and Lovely Me Boutique will have all of the little crafted items, all of my plant medicines and healing potions for you. I'm going to start sharing on that platform. So yes, thank you so much for joining me today. Let us get into our messages. So I wanted to share, oh yes, the pyrite. The pyrite, this beautiful gem, so beautiful, it's got all these beautiful little caves in there. I got this from my beautiful sis at Crystal Lady Luna, and she has La Luna shop, so you can find more information about her on social here on this platform. Yes, so let's get into it. Ancestors, spirit guides, higher self. We call you in at this time to provide us a message. We ground our intention in expanding our feelings of abundance and in immense gratitude for these lived experiences. As we understand these lived experiences truly are our human wisdom, as we gain knowledge with our mind and we feel knowledge with our heart and our emotions, our social and self-connections, allowing us to tap into some of the truest truths that lie within. And these truths lie in the true oneness that we feel when we allow ourselves to engage in this space. And so we call in our family at this time. May you call them by their names and evoke the power of your thoughts and imaginations. I call in my archangel team to join us. Dragon spirits. And at the bottom of the deck, it looks like number 35. So let us see what messages lie for us. Trying to keep tidy over here. I hope that you are having a beautiful Wednesday. Today is a very special Wednesday because today is the born day of my son. And my son and I have a very powerful and unique relationship. And the magic of motherhood is the experience of being a human's greatest gift. To birth something into existence. And we do this not just by birthing humans, but we do this by birthing new ideas, by birthing new versions of ourselves while we allow the older versions, which no longer serve where we are, to allow us to move in to the new. Imagine the new. No justice, no peace. Allow that to sink in. And allow us to take a deep breath. Oh, Too many cards. Got a little excited there. So we ask our team to allow us to tap into this process of birthing and abundance. Thank you, divine inspiration, and thank you, divine life, divine timing. The journey of motherhood is such a blessing. The birthing of myself and this self is such a blessing. And to tap into that is the ability to have the awareness allows us to move into true integration, like what I spoke of last week. And this week we have 4 cards that came out. The first one, wind, and the others upside down facing you. And so perhaps the wind facing me is meant for me. Like last week, there was one just for me. And 3 for my family. And here they are. On the top, 43, the Rainmaker, beautiful. The second, the Mystical Shaman again, reminding us, and 33, magic. 33 has been quite the number this year for me. And so I'm going to read it in that order for us. And wind for me, and vision quest on the bottom, our hidden truth. This is what we're doing right now. We are on the quest for our vision. What is our vision? We're moving into a new reality. What is our vision? We can create any world we desire. We step into that reality and that truth. Our vision quest can be like the energy of this card. So powerful, so just liberated. Truly liberated, free like a bird, dancing. I love it. The vision quest. I love it. I really love it. Oh, I love this deck. It's just so beautiful. So, we are being reminded of the wind energy, and so I really am feeling called to create a post around this. And actually, we had the full moon in Aquarius, which is in air sign. So I'm only going to share the first portion for you, but because this message is for me, I'm going to hold on to it, and then I'll share the messages for the other 3 cards that is meant for the collective. Number 63, that's number 9. Again, 369, so powerful right now with this community, this self-love creatives community. Like, I'm so just like in gratitude for the synchronicities. The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed upon each. South, carrying a sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachments and ego desires. North, moving to bring your wisdom and strength. East, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Wow, how beautiful, right? Because it helps us with our vision quest, right? It helps us with our vision quest. And this is card 63, and under the deck, 60. So that's such a beautiful message. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. Is a challenge, a lesson. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving towards it and receiving its lessons. Didn't I just say lessons? Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. So I'm going to share the rest of that message for me, since that was a message for me specifically. And according to the Gregorian calendar, I am in Gemini, and that's air. But according to the 13th traditional calendar, I am a Taurus. Hello, body, love. I love it. Of course, I'm a Taurus. Okay. So, let's look at the first message. The Rainmaker. Card 42, and that's a 6. For those that are interested in numerology, you can look up more. What does number 6 represent? I love this card. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous, with the dancer and the wings and the full moon. And again, the gems that were charging these cards were the ones I charged on the full moon. So thank you so much, beautiful gem family, for the consciousness of that energy. So let's read card 42. If you have any questions that come to you, please let me know. Put your questions down. We will get them answered. The Rainmaker. Getting a little bit of energy from this beautiful celestial amethyst that I got from my sis, Crystal Lady Luna. She has some amazing gems, you guys. The Rainmaker is the master of manifestation, who can call on the elements of nature to serve the greater good. When the power to co-create is used with integrity, great beauty and benefit flow to all. When this power is used for personal gain only, everyone suffers. When the earth is parched, the Rainmaker calls the waters from the heavens, and all that is dormant in the fields and in people's hearts spring to life again. The Rainmaker. So we have the elements right now. We have wind that started. We have Rainmaker, water. Let's see what the trend is. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. I want to read that again and get closer to you. Because that is so important, that message. The Rainmaker is calling you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. Be sure you work with that, with what that is, and not with what might be or could have been. The seeds that have been silently germinated in your heart will burst forth ready for the sunlight. Do not hold back. Put all your chips on the next roll of the divine dice. It's so important because be sure to work with what is and not with what might be or could have been, that we don't attach to the past. Then we stay in a loop of this energy. And if it was something that wasn't pleasant, then we're continuing to live in that reality and we make it our reality. When we can actually come to a place where we feel and can be rooted in the infinite now, and that we experience now, and we can have visions. That's that's our hidden truth, right? Visions are so important, but we can't get attached. We can't get attached. We have to be able to have a vision. And I'm starting to move away from the notion of even a goal. A goal infers an outcome. How do we move forward then? The vision. So this is so powerful. Be sure you work with what is and not with what might be or could have been. Be in the present. Allow us to learn the lessons from our experiences. Right? The first card, the wind. And here is our medicine with the Rainmaker. Recognize how you are co-creating your world. Nothing is happening out there without your involvement. Remember that the world is only mirroring back to you the condition of your love and your intent. So change these within before you take any action. That's a really important message, because I just shared about the fire of knowledge and the notion of action, and I was just having this conversation with my son about action and the notion of action, and us thinking and really stepping into that. Knowing we control our reality. Do not take life personally. We are having an experience. We are in an infinite being. Beautiful message, 42. The next card is 38, the Mystical Shaman. And last week I didn't share the full message because it was specifically for me. But the cards are saying, you know what? We really need to share this with everyone. This isn't just to be shared. So it comes out again. They remind us, and perhaps this is the earth energy. We'll see, right? Because we had wind, water, earth. We would need a fire card, the very last card. So we'll see if my hunch or intuition is right. This is a symbol of the myth maker and storyteller who is neither made of nor defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In doing so, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being, again, the imagination. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. Isn't that what I just was saying? This is a symbol of true alchemy. For all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all manners of miracles and manifestations are possible. And this is why I say I'm an alchemist and an elemental empress. As we step into this, and I am a shaman, and these truths become more and more apparent. And my shaman Maya is imagination, and I am here to spark that for us all. Here is the invitation. When the mystical shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and to dream your life, to act on inspiration and divine impulse without fixing on a known story of success or achievement. Can you impartially observe the stories you tell yourself and others? What if you could become a mystery to yourself? Who would you become if you stopped telling the tales that have defined you up until now? You do not have to live in a story that has roots in the past. What if there was no need to explain you to anyone, not even yourself? The way to your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and to allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will. This is a sign of manifesting life beyond your wildest dreams. That's so beautiful, because I was just sharing that the idea of action and being in the present. So I won't read the medicine because it's a lot, but just, envision that we are master manifestors as the earth element. Our body is the representation of earth. So our body is earth. How do we actually tap into that? And just think on that. And let that be the part of the medicine for this time. And 33. The magic card. Hell yeah. It's beautiful. It's getting a bit dark. Gotta wrap up. This symbol represents the infinite intelligence of great wisdom, the great spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicities or meaningful coincidence. The invitation. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call it in and recognize the dance of synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world. This is so powerful, this message right now. I'm so excited to talk about it. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, and to watch for the signs that show you what next action to take. Right now it appears that you are on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. That's a really powerful message. And what's coming to me is, as I said, this is the earth. This is, I asked the cards to let us step into abundance and birthing. And their message is over and over again. How do you birth? You birth by dreaming. We step into the wonder, play, the imagination that I talk about. And when we engage in sacred creativity, that actually allows us to step into this magic. We manifest our dreams. How do we experience abundance from the heart, from our soul? That's going to bring true wealth, not just material wealth, not just monetary wealth. When we expand our reality of abundance, then our life is truly abundant. Because not only do we feel it, see it, notice it, experience it, but that we fully embody it. And it becomes just a reality. It becomes a reality because we're consciously aware of the abundance. We don't choose to deny it. And we really allow ourselves to step into its truths. So thank you so much, Mystical Shaman Deck. My Maya is fire. And so I'm going to represent this magic as my Maya that I offer to you in my work, my fire energy. And thank you so much for our other messages from the Mystical Shaman, from the Rainmaker, and from the wind. I am blessed and humbled to share in these experiences. And I would love to include you in our asking questions. So if you want to join in and be a guest, please let me know. And I would love to include you as a guest. And to close, I want to share the message from the card at the bottom of the deck, Vision Quest. In the Vision Quest, and this is to help us support, well, how do we begin to manifest our dreams? We've just focused on our dreams. Well, how do we do that? The Vision Quest is here to allow us to really tap in to how do we create our visions and then take action. In the Vision Quest, you face your fear, embrace your morality, and then meet face to face with spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. And I invite you to open up your heart to this Vision Quest. We are in the corridor of the new earth. And as we move through this corridor, my role at this time, because it shifts, because the needs shift, my role at this time is to really support the self-realization process that we all must go through in order to really awaken the magic of imagination. And if you are ready to step into your magic, your purpose, on purpose, please join me for one of the many programs that I offer. There's pre-recorded workshops. As of tomorrow, there will be 2 free, launching the second part of the 5-part series, New Earth, New Love. The first series, Building Self-Love, is available free currently on YouTube. Please watch it. Please share it. It's part of a download I received around the month of April, May, and it came to life. And part 2, Loving My Body, will be launched online free tomorrow as part of my transformation Thursdays. Every Thursday I'll have something shared. That's my goal. Next week we will have another episode of Loving Me Creatively. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your week. And may you step into your self-love today.